Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's me, and today we're going to look at the first 2 episodes of Season 2 of Loki. For some perspective, it was okay, Season 1 of Loki. It wasn't my favorite, I didn't love it, but it certainly wasn't a completely bad show. When it came out 2 years ago, Marvel was kind of in the middle of their self-destruction mode, where they were basically taking the pretty much unified audience that it had and kind of destroyed it. On its own, all by itself, and it was disappointing, especially coming off the high of Endgame. So they did this by terrible story, terrible writing. The movies, shows were all just awful. And for example, like Hawkeye. Hawkeye wasn't about Hawkeye. It was about the girl. And so that kind of bait and switch was something that they have been doing time and time again. It's basically like a conveyor belt of material that they're bringing out. Content, here's bait and switch, and then we're going to go on to something else. The same thing happened in Loki, where Tom Hiddleston, who was absolutely amazing, was kind of replaced more by Sylvie. And even though she's in Season 2, in Season 1, she became more of a primary than I thought Loki did. And I thought that took away from him. Real quick, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. It helps the channel a lot. So, what did they do to Loki? Well, they took a character that we knew, that we felt we had a connection with, and they hit him in the face and made him silly. Basically making him look like a complete wimp and degrading him to where he was nothing. He was a joke. They hit him in the balls. That can be funny sometimes. Austin Powers, awesome scene, funny, and you laugh at it. But the way they did it in this show, it just made him look like he had no power whatsoever. All right, on to Season 2. So far, the first 2 episodes, what I absolutely love is Tom Hiddleston and, of course, Owen Wilson. Their banter on screen and the way that they play off of each other is magnificent. They could stay on the screen the entire time, and I'm dialed into that. So their acting is fantastic. They are committed to the roles, they are committed to the dialogue, and no matter where the tone of the show goes, they fit right in. It's perfect. Okay, so here's a question. Who writes for Owen Wilson? His dialogue, his lines, what he does, I don't know if it's ad-libbed or if they're writing every bit of it, or maybe it's just him and his personality. I could watch the guy all day long, and this show is no different. He is absolutely hysterical, and I love his performance in this. Now, I can only speculate. I'm hoping that they focus on Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston as they move forward with the show. You want to see these guys on there, and I hope that they keep the majority of the screen time as they have so far. They're magnificent, and I just hope that they keep their eye on the ball and keep driving forward with that, because that's really what's driving the show for me to like it as much as I like it already. And as with all my reviews, I'm not going to spoil anything, but Ke Huy Quan he's a magnificent add to the show. He's got a quirkiness. I mean, I grew up watching him as a little kid actor and then drifting away for so many years and then coming back in Everything Everywhere All at Once. So it's nice to see him in this role. I think he does a magnificent job. He's funny, he's quirky, but he knows how to deliver things and still have some weight to it, even though he's sort of comic relief-ish, yeah? But he's awesome. So in a minute, I'm gonna talk about special effects and sound design. And you can have amazing sound design and special effects, like this show does, but without storytelling, without a good story that's going to be interesting and intriguing, it falls flat. And that's where this show, so far, has really shined. You're interested, you're watching. It's got its hooks in me right now where I want to see what's coming up next. I want to know where it's going to go. And I hope it continues on the path that it's going, because so far, so good. So the special effects in this show are, let's say it's special. They're actually really, really awesome. You would expect it for the budget that they have for this, but to see it in practice and see how well they do with it, it's awesome. And on top of that, the sound design is spectacular. And you wouldn't think that they would necessarily need to do this detailed and awesome of a job for a show that is streaming and that people are going to watch on their TVs and so on and so forth. I have a home theater system. It rocks. This show rocks my world here. The Dolby Atmos, things around that you're hearing everywhere, surround sound, and to hear the super low rumbles, all that deep bass is spectacular. They've done a marvelous job on that. So what am I ultimately going to give this as a score for the first 2 episodes? I'm going to give it a solid 90. I think it's well deserved. It's focused, I'm intrigued, I want to see where the story goes. I just hope that they keep driving it forward like that. And if they do, it'll be nice. I see a lot of discussions. Is Loki going to save Marvel? No, it's just simply not. However, if it keeps going where it's going and it ends up being a good show, at least we've got that for us. But 3 years of basically garbage stuff, shows, movies, 3 years of subpar content that no one really has followed is not going to get washed away by one good show if it ends up being that. I hope it does. I really do hope it does, because I think after following it for so long, I think the fans, the audience, everyone deserves it. All right, that wraps it up for me today. Thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And as the new episodes come out, I'm going to have reviews on those and new upcoming movies as well. We'll see you guys next time.